Hey guys, I look a little, I look a little rough right now. I just got done working out, but I just had the urge to make this video. Like, we're living in one of the best times in all of history. We're living, as far as technology goes, we're living, and even like with civil rights with women and minorities, African American people, Hispanic people, Asian people. Like, we're living in one of the best times in all of history. We are. Because if you look at history and you look at how much harder it was to do everything, how much harder it was to literally do anything. Like, when you wanted to know something, you had to go read. And you didn't even know if what you're reading was going to give you the answer to what you were, the question you're asking. We have Google. We have Yahoo. We have YouTube. You could literally look up anything and you have the answer in 5 seconds. So, like, why is it that poverty is still 90% and wealth is still 10%? How does that make sense? It's because we've been passed down these beliefs, and it's all mental. It's all mental. It's not anyone taking any money from anyone, but the government could help as far as like trying to keep people out of poverty, but their whole thing is to keep you in poverty. And then if you are getting wealthy, then they want you to keep making your wealth while keeping the people who are in poverty. So you have to like get the government out of your head. Okay? Stop letting them feed in the media. Stop letting them feed you this rich people are evil thing. Because the more you believe that, the less money you're going to have. You're going to keep being poor. You're going to keep having the same beliefs that rich people are evil. And if you believe that rich people are evil, people with money are evil, you're not going to have any money because you want to be seen as a good person. What does money have to do with your personality or how you think? You know, like, I never really thought I would be a rich person. I just want to be wealthy one day and like be financially free to have enough passive income to where any work that I do is a passion project instead of me going, oh, I need to make some money. Like, you don't want to have that stress in your life. Because when you have that stress in your life and you try to do your passion projects at the same time, you can't. Because you're so stressed out. You know? It doesn't make sense. Like, that's why the law of attraction says like attracts like. If you're stressed out about money, money won't come to you because it's so tense and you have such a negative energy around you that it doesn't make sense for the money to be like, okay, this person welcomes me. But if you're not stressed about money, then more money will come to you. You know, it'll be like, this person can really handle this money right now. Because when you're desperate for money, it's for something and it's immediately going to go somewhere. You won't even be able to keep it. You know, so that's why you have to build wealth. You have to build passive income. You have to build little by little and invest amounts of money to make you money while you're sleeping. You have to make your money work for you versus you always trading hours for dollars. You know, you have to figure that out. I'm not saying it's going to work instantly. You got to educate yourself. Like I said, we're living in one of the easiest living times in all of history. A good part of the world doesn't have really anything to complain about. Yes, we still have crazy underdevelopment in some countries. And it's very hard for some people to live. A bug just flew on me. What the heck? I'm going to go inside in a minute. But I'm in America. All right. I have jack stuff to complain about. I know I cuss in some videos, but right now I don't really feel like cussing. But like, you can do anything you want. And if you keep letting race be a thing, I can't do this because the white man did that. I can't do that because the white. Okay, we have the internet. No one has to see your face. No one has to know what you look like. No one has to know what you sound like. As long as you're literate and you can type, you can sell something. You can create a product. You can provide a service. You can do something. It doesn't matter what your race is. It doesn't matter where you came from. As long as you're willing to put in the work. Like, it's too much free stuff out here for people to still be complaining that there aren't enough resources. Do you know how long libraries have been around? And do you know when libraries got computers? You can go to the library every day and read up on the subject that you want to read on, and you can use the computer for, you know, the hour or hour and a half time span that they allow you to use the computer for every day. If you don't have Wi-Fi at home, you don't have a computer at home, you can go to the library. It's free. There's no excuse. There's literally no excuse. People have to self-educate. The school systems are not there to help you. The school systems are just a giant babysitting service that you happen to learn at. That's just the truth. You do, like elementary school, that's the most important. I really appreciate elementary school because that's, you know, you learn how to read, you learn arithmetic, and you learn like basic politics, okay? Because like no one taught me that there is an independent party. I figured that out when Donald Trump was running for president. The fact that we're not taught about our daily lives. Like they keep trying to okay, why are we dissecting frogs when we don't even know how to vote? When we don't know how to do our taxes? When we're not being taught how to drive? Why do we have to go learn all those things by ourselves? When we're in school where we're supposed to be learning, but no one wants to teach us the important stuff. Everybody wants to teach us, this is the periodic table. Okay, the things that I know on the periodic table are oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, gold, silver, iron, nickel. Like a few other ones, but those are assets. I need all those things to live. The other ones, I don't know much about them because I don't use them in my daily life. So doctors need those, you know, chemists need those, you know. My sister, she's going to school in the medical field to be a veterinarian, so those things might be valuable to her. But why does everybody have to get shoved the same information that isn't applicable in every single part of life? You know, when we have our those special classes like art, music, and all that, you dabble and you learn a little bit of everything, and then when you get to middle school, then you can choose what you want to do based on what you actually like. And the same in high school, you get to choose. Why can't we choose whether we want to take trigonometry or not? But we can choose whether we want to take finance or not. Why isn't finance a requirement and trigonometry an option, an elective? Yeah, it doesn't make any type of sense. And I don't know what these superintendents are thinking, but we all need to know how to make money. It's not a question. Money makes the economy work. That's how it works. It's not to say everybody needs to be rich. And it's not to say that there can absolutely be no poor people. Because there's just some people, no matter what you tell them, no matter how much you teach them, they're just going to be poor because they don't want to put in the work. Being poor is lazy. I'm not saying working and then being poor, like working really hard and then you're having hardships is lazy. What I'm saying is some people aren't going to change their mind and try to make more money or try to make passive income or try to start their own business. Like, I'm sure if I got one of the hardest working people who are poor and I took them under my wing for like a year or something, they'll either run their own business or they'll have like a great stock portfolio because they took that $1 a week that you thought was lame and they put it into the stock market, or they put it into their business, they put it into their education. Not college specifically, I'm talking about any type of education that's going to teach you about the subject that you want to learn, the skill that you want to learn, the any type of asset to you, the knowledge of whatever career field you want to go into. I bet you in a year they will at least have some sort of flowing thing, whether it's a business or passive income or their investments giving them dividends, just something, because they took the time to invest and actually listen. And not just me, I'm talking about plenty of people who can mentor people. Do you know how many people mentor and their mentee, okay, and their mentee complains because they're like, this stuff doesn't work. Why would that mentor be telling you something that doesn't work, that they have done themselves, and that why would they say that it like, you didn't put in the work? If they told you to go knock on 100 doors, would you go do it? To sell socks? Would you do it? You know, I've knocked on strangers' doors before. And you want to know what happened? Some people, you know, they just tell you no. And just recently, I was trying to see if someone wanted to sell their house. She said no, but she's wanting to buy more rental houses. So now I have a cash buyer for my real estate business. I got another one because I wasn't afraid and I knocked on her door. You know, you can't keep being scared. And that's the reason why the wealthy are still at the top. And the 90% of poverty is at the bottom. Because even though we're getting smarter, we're also getting more sensitive. We are getting more offended. And we're getting more scared. We're scared by people on the internet. Comments can make you cry. Comments on your Facebook, on your Instagram, on your YouTube, they hurt your feelings. So since someone behind a screen is hurting your feelings, you're not going to go out into the actual world and try to do something about it. You can't say, haha, screw you. At least I have 10 grand in the bank. You should let your haters be your motivators. Like, as much as corny as that sounds, that's how you have to do it. Not many people in my life, you know, were downing me and telling me that I can't do something. I was pretty encouraged, and I'm really grateful for that, because I was more sensitive than my siblings were. I was the crybaby of the family. So the fact that I didn't have many people discouraging me, like that kind of helped me. But I did not appreciate getting a participation trophy. I hated them because I'm just like, why should I get this? I got 5th place. That doesn't make sense. If I lost, I lost. Let me lose. I was a crybaby, but let me be the crybaby. You know, I need to learn, and I grew out of it. You know, I don't get offended. It's like I stopped being a crybaby around like age 12, and I was like, all right, it's time to get serious, because I can't keep crying over things that aren't like that I don't have control over. And that's just how the world works. If you work hard, you get to the top. Not physical work. It's not just physical work. If it was just physical work, then construction workers, coal miners, roofers, well, that construction, but auto mechanics, those people would be at the top of the food chain if it was only hard physical labor that got you to the top. It used to be like that. It's no longer like that. We have technology. So the smarter you work, the better it is now. It used to be the farmer with the biggest farm and the most crops got the most money. But now it's the person with the most followers has the most money. Think about it. So, and you know, you keep saying, I don't have any money to invest or whatever. I don't have any money to start a business. All right, well, build your following up. Go on Instagram and comment on hundreds of people's posts. Get your followers up, and then you ask companies to pay you, because you have a bunch of followers now, and you ask companies to pay you to advertise on your page. Did you spend any money? No, you didn't. All you did was spend your time, and you were dedicated to do something. You don't have to spend money to make money all the time. As long as you have the knowledge and you have the drive, you can make money. Stop letting yourself be poor. There's too many ways to make money out here. We have eBay and Amazon. You can go to the dollar store and buy something for $1, probably a pack of things for $1, and sell them each for $5. You just made a $4 profit. So let's say you took $10 and you sold everything for $5, and then that's $50. You made $40 profit. And you just keep reinvesting that money and selling those things, and maybe you find the same product for even cheaper. You find it at actual wholesale price. Now you're making even more money. You don't need to stop limiting yourself, and stop with these limiting beliefs that the rich are bad. And no one's telling you have to be rich. In Memphis, Tennessee, I think a comfortable lifestyle is a salary of like $50,000. That's not that hard to do if your job already pays you, let's just say, like $30,000, and then you start a little side hustle on the side. Within 5 years, you should have $50,000 as your, what's it called? You know, as your salary, basically, because you're paying yourself and your job is paying you. You know, it's not as hard as people make it think, and they just get psyched out and they get freaked out about all this stuff, and it's distracting them from the fact that it's so easy now. There's 14-year-olds making hundreds of thousands of dollars with their Instagram accounts, with their Twitter accounts. It's super easy. It's I'm not going to say easy. It's very simple. And it's so simple that people make it complicated. It's so simple that people make it complicated. And that's where we're at right now. That's why it's still 10% and 90%. Because people are making things way more complicated than they need to be. So that's just my little 2 cents for the day. Go out there and make some money. Go out there and be happy. Go out there and enjoy your family. Go out there and just be yourself. You know, make a YouTube channel. You might like tomatoes. You have a tomato garden. Make videos about your tomato garden and what type of soil you use, how often you water them, the placement of your house that you have them planted outside, or if you have them inside. You know, you do whatever. Literally whatever. So get out there and make some money.